I just a few people have been asking me for examples of how the mini movie method is working. So I'm just going to show you something from today, which is with a client of ours called Solar for Schools, and we're running a video for them on the top of the funnel, which means, in other words, it's going out to audiences who've never heard of them yet. So it's finding new people every day for them to watch. And we've made a documentary, which I'll show you what it looks like. Let's just have a little play the documentary. That's the beginning of this. So um, So this is what the advert looks like. So it's just over the past 2 years, cost of electricity to schools has more than doubled. At the same time, the climate crisis is intensifying. The purpose for solar for schools to alleviate both crises by developing and funding solar panels on schools. This is how it works. Solar for schools raises the finances necessary, takes care of the permissions, and then sell energy to the school for the panels for less than they currently pay. This income helps us pay back the people who funded the panels. There are 32,000 schools in the UK. If you like the idea of helping a school save money and empowering young people to decarbonise, sign up. A link to sign up, and also a learn more button where if they sign up, they will get access. So obviously then you have some comments, some people being mean, many people not, lots of people sharing it, and it starts conversations, which is the most important thing. So let's just and then let's have a little look at what stats we're getting at the back. So let's just have a look. That documentary, if we play it quickly, is 6 minutes 42, right? And I'll just play it. Sorry, making it full screen.
We can't keep going the way we are at the minute. We need to think of different ways to use energy.
If the climate crisis is to be solved, students need to have the opportunity to see what solutions look like. Having solar panels is the start of that.
We wanted to be environmentally friendly and also to cut costs as much as we could. Gas and electric is such a major cost, and if there's something out there that can save us money that is risk-free and easy to implement, then I would suggest to all schools to go for it.
We're Solar for Schools. Our main aim is to put solar panels on all the schools in England and even the world. But for today, we're focusing on Barncroft Primary School here in East London.
We're going to put 162 panels on Barncroft. That should save the school quite a lot of money.
Solar for Schools helps the school navigate its way through the process of getting solar onto their roofs.
Solar for Schools were absolutely fantastic to work with. They guided us along each step of the journey.
As we can see, there's a nice high flat bit over here. That's a great place to put some solar panels. We take the hassle out of putting solar panels on the school.
We look after everything from start to finish, from the machines coming in, the fencing, the scaffolding.
The planning applications that have to go in with the local authority. We take all that hassle off the school and they just have to enjoy the power that the panels bring.
Solar for Schools gives schools an opportunity to get solar panels in the way that they want to. They can invest in them, they can look to us to invest in them, or they can part own them. And it's really up to them which way they want to go. There's no right way or wrong way, it's the way that they want to do it and the way they feel comfortable.
Well, having this sort of funding from socially minded investors makes the impossible possible for schools that don't have capital for investment in renewable technologies.
The solar panels cost us nothing. We didn't have the capital backup to be able to go ahead and purchase the solar panels ourselves as a school. However, we were still keen to know that we could make savings financially for the school in the long term, which is really important for us. And this option meant there was no risk to us at all.
The solar panels here have really helped the school reach more of a carbon neutral footprint. 2/3 of the electricity that the solar panels are generating is used directly in this school. So it's making a big impact.
One of the reasons why we wanted solar panels was to lower the energy cost for the school.
So here we're going to have around 70 kilowatts up on this roof, which is going to have a massive impact on the school's finances.
We've actually saved about £10,000, which is a great amount of money for our first year of having solar panels.
Once I started working with the Solar for Schools team, I realised that they had all of the knowledge, they had a way of raising the money, and that they would also use our solar panels as a tool for education, which was the most important part of all.
We set up Solar for Schools with the aim of educating the next generation on energy and decarbonisation. Putting solar panels on a school and then using the solar panels and the revenue from those solar panels to enable that education is the idea behind Solar for Schools.
Solar for Schools provides education around energy and sustainability, so there's a long-term impact of the school having those panels on their rooftops.
When we first showed the children the solar panels, a lot of them did not know what they were. It's like, wow, what are those on the, on the roof? We've done a lot of lessons in school based on what they do, how they generate electricity. The children have learned a lot from doing it, especially from the workshops and the assembly.
So energy comes in different forms. When we go into a school and a school has solar technology, students inside get excited, inspired. We encourage their learning, we encourage that excitement by offering in-class workshops and really try to keep them inspired and engaged.
We can look at our solar production on a website, which is linked to our solar panels, so the students can see what we're producing in real time.
What's really exciting is it would give students that incentive to see how through their lives, green energy will make a difference to them.
Higher up school, year 5s and 6s, are now looking at how in the future, if more schools and more houses do have solar panels, how that could lower the carbon footprint.
When they go out into the world, they can actually apply some of the principles about sustainable education and really develop their own careers looking at caring for the world and knowing what it's all about.
Having the children really come on board and see the impact themselves, I think that's really rewarding. That's what we're all here for.
I've gone back to my mum and my dad and taught them new things that they didn't know.
So if students know that we're in a point of crisis and they learn about it, they're going to be able to go home and spread the word. So they're going to play a big role in our transition.
I do think more schools should come on board. We have a lot of roof space, and I would say to any schools wanting to do it, the process was really smooth, everybody's very supportive. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Investors will be comforted by the fact that they're doing a lot of good for the environment, for schools, for school children, and educating them about the importance of climate change. This additional return, less tangible, but nevertheless very important, is something that I feel will appeal to a lot of investors.
By getting solar onto your school, it empowers students to actually think, gosh, I can do something locally to reduce my carbon, and that's helping nationally to meet targets, and that's globally helping us to reduce carbon emissions. And it's empowering young people to actually have that opportunity to have a say in their future and what it's going to look like.
It's definitely a great thing to do. There are no negatives. It's great for the students, they're so involved, but also for the school. You're going to save a ton of money and you're doing something great for the environment. There's really no reason not to go ahead and do it.
If what we do resonates with you and you'd like to join us and find out more about how you too could be involved with these projects,
come and join our community and register at Solar for Schools.
Cool. So that's interesting. I mean, it's nice to show the documentary. Obviously, the music is quite cheesy, if I'm honest. But nonetheless, what the really interesting thing is to look at this, right? So we are just literally at this moment with this campaign. We have this set up for its video views. So we're literally optimizing just to try and find people to watch the video. And Facebook is basically doing its magic to find the people who are the most interested. We're literally just spending £20 a day because a video view campaign doesn't need a lot of money in order to go and literally find those types of people. Now, what is really interesting is that when we look at the performance, so we've spent 14 today on this. Now, if we interrogate the data using this preset that I've set up for them, today for £15, we've had 250 people have watched that full video, and practically, I mean, no drop off actually from when you look at the people who've watched 25% down to the 100%. It's really staggeringly, so the video retains the viewers really well, and these people who have watched, that's an 8-minute film practically. For most people on the internet, that seems like a really long film. But so we know that whoever's watched that are really interested in it, and that has moved them emotionally. Now, they won't take that much action on video views. Video views are being served to people who are not necessarily in a buying mode right now, and we know that of the addressable audience for a project like Solar for Schools or like most businesses, basically only about 3% of the market will only be literally looking to solve the problem that they have right now. So Solar for Schools are looking for investors, and they're also looking for more schools. So 3% of schools and 3% of green investors might be looking to make an investment now. So we also want to try and address the 97% of people who are in their demographic and who might want to invest later but are not necessarily ready. So we run a video views campaign for them, and then what we do is, like, from the people who watch 25% or more, so 309 today, we'll send them a second video, offering more value, more interest, and so we're building a kind of marketing funnel for them. And for the 3% of people who are interested to kind of like buy something now, we send an offer ad as well. So we build this funnel that's bringing more and more people into a sort of retargeting ecosystem every day. And I mean this one's we did start running it a few months ago. Then we moved into lead ads. But yesterday, for instance, very similar result. 328 people who watched 100% of that, and from 405 who'd watched 25%. So again, it's very stable, and it's got a lot of retention in that film. Lots and lots of people. If I was to retarget that 25% of people, I could send an engagement ad to them, and that's a tiny audience by Facebook, terms. So I could reach these people for £1 a day, and speak to them again on the platform, because Facebook and Instagram really reward marketers who keep their viewers on the platform and don't take them off. So the most expensive types of ads are for conversion ads, which is taking people to buy things away from Facebook, and lead ads are a bit more expensive, but we use those as retargeting often anyway. So that's just an interesting sort of number. So if we look at the maximum on this, so they have had 2,000 people, look at this, 100%, and they have spent, in order for that, they've spent a princely sum of 400 on ad spend. Imagine that, to get 2,700 people watching an 8-minute video. That seems like a very, very good cost. In fact, let's just do a quick calculation of that. So, so it's 404 divided by 2729. Whoops. 404 divided by 2729 equals, what, is that right? What's 400 divided by 2000? 404 divided. Or perhaps I should be doing it the other way. I'm not brilliant at maths. Sorry about that. 2729 divided by 404 equals 13p. I think that's right. So to get one person to watch an 8-minute film all about your organisation, for it to cost 13 or 14p, let's round it up, That's crazy. I mean, that's an amazing number, and you would never get that if you were doing, a TV spot or something like that. And with a TV thing, you wouldn't be able to retarget the ones who are most interested either. So I think this is such a great system, and it starts with one short film, and then we build a sort of ecosystem of other media around that, including other short films and short videos, and things like this. Testimonial, case studies, etc. And obviously we also do emails as well as part of the mini movie method. But I just thought that I'd share that because I think it's very interesting. Okay, hope that's been of use, and thank you for watching.